Okay guys, so this video is about how I basically got fat in Greece. I lost it all. I lost my physique, I lost my abs, I lost my aesthetic. And you would think that I'd be able to control myself. And it was only really 1 week in Greece where I kind of just really messed up the diet, because for the first week, which was Holy Week, you know, we were on a strict fast. So literally 1 week after Pascha, and I had blown up like a balloon. I mean, I'm starting to look like all my friends. You know, and they say, look at your friends and you'll see your future. Well, maybe my future is to be slightly obese. I don't know. But we were going to try to get back on Raw till 4 yesterday. I almost made it until some of my Greek friends gave me fried shrimp and fried fish. I hope it wasn't tilapia. But I ate it anyways. And so today, we're getting back. We're really going to do it this time. Today, we're really going to do it. Raw till 4. You know, just raw fruits and vegetables until 4 o'clock. And then at 4 o'clock, we can have the grains or the pasta and that kind of thing. So going into my Greece trip, I mean, you can look at my Strava. I was running on a daily basis. And what's up, Andrew? I was running on a daily basis, and I mean, you can see I'm running 4 miles pretty much 3 or 4 times a week on Strava. So I do feel like I was getting pretty lean, pretty shredded. I started lifting the really heavy weights before I went to Greece as well, and that's still what I'm doing in the gym. Is basically, you know, maybe for the first set going for like 8 or 10 reps, but then stacking on enough weight with all the exercises, dumbbell, deadlifts, back rows, you know, bench press, overhead press for shoulders, squats. I'm trying to go really, really heavy. So the first set, I'll focus on 8 to 10 reps or whatever, you know, and then we just stack on the weights, and we go down to about 5 reps, sometimes 4, sometimes even 3 reps. Like especially on the deadlifts, the last couple of sets, I'll just do like 3 reps. So all of this, you know, with the combined with the cardio and my energy levels from the retention, I mean, I was just on point going into Greece with my diet and with, you know, the way I was looking. And then, you know, the first week there for Holy Week, you need to get in the kitchen.
No, I'm just gonna grab this.
You need the ring light?
No, I got the walkie.
All right, this is only gonna be like a 10-minute long video, so I'm just trolling here. So here we go, guys. You know, going into Greece, the first week was Holy Week, strict fast. Though they did feed me calamari the first day. It was like calamari and like greens, and it was like almost like a soup. It looked really, really weird, but it tasted very good actually. But after that, from like Monday to Saturday up until Pascha, I mean, we were literally eating bread, tomatoes, domata, and oranges for dinner. Like that's what we would eat for dinner. Just a few slices of bread, some sliced tomatoes with a little bit of salt or something on it. And no oil too. We had several days where we did absolutely no oil. So the first week I was actually getting even leaner, though I was losing some of my gains because I wasn't working out. And I wasn't there to work out. I was there to, you know, make peace with God over all of my sins, which, well, that's another story. I feel like I did get there as well, but then coming back to America, you get wrapped back up in this sinful, modern, you know, American lifestyle, and it just all goes downhill. But the first week on the fast in Greece, you know, I'm starting to get lean. But then Pascha comes around, and they start feeding me the feta cheese. They start feeding me the kokorezi. Dentro o kokorezi. That stuff is really... I don't want to judge it too harshly, but if it was served warm, I think I may have enjoyed it a little bit more.
You just hand me the duct tape.
He needs duct tape. What do you need duct tape? You gotta tape a camera. You can have this in a minute. We're both trying to get our videos in before noon. It's like 10:18 right now. We both got to film our videos. So yeah, you know, after Pascha, I'm eating all this weird stuff. I mean, the cheeses were good too, don't get me wrong. Like the feta cheese in Greece is like, we went to a feta cheese factory where they actually, you know, keep the goats and process the milk and make the cheese right there. So, I mean, this stuff was super, super fresh. But when you're eating it several times a day, and on the Greek salads in Greece, they put a huge slab of feta, like about this big, on top of the salad. It's not just a few, crumbles like over here in the States. It's a thick, fat slab, and so I was eating a lot of feta cheese. That's the main culprit, I think, was the feta cheese for, why I pretty much lost my physique and became obese while over there. There were other factors too. I was drinking a lot of beer after Pascha, because during Holy Week we weren't really drinking at all, I don't think. I think we drank some Chipuru, which that is some really good stuff if you guys have never tried that. And so all the beer as well probably didn't help my physique, but it was still vegan. So I was like, hey, I can drink these beers or whatever. I drank some Sprite too. I've actually been drinking a lot more Sprite than I want to be drinking, but I believe Sprite, at least for me in the past, has helped with weight loss. So that's why I guess I've been drinking so much of it. Trying to think what else. I also tried octopus, and I know a lot of people didn't like this post or whatever because, obviously the vegans are not going to like it, but the octopus, they're very intelligent creatures. They're probably one of the most intelligent creatures in the sea. I mean, they can do all kinds of crazy stuff. They can play games. I've seen like people with pet octopus that they like play catch, with like a ball back and forth in the tank. They're very smart creatures. But we had some octopus, and it was like the tentacles. It was some of the best seafood I've ever had in my entire life. I'm telling you, like, that octopus was so freaking succulent. I shouldn't be saying that because, I'm a vegan. And I should feel that. I do feel bad. I feel bad about all the meat and dairy. They were feeding us, too, a lot of kebabs, a lot of souvlaki or souvlakia, which is sometimes it's chicken, sometimes it's pork, sometimes it's, you don't really know. Could be anything. A lot of the times when I'm eating in Greece, it's like you get told after the fact what it was that you actually ate. Because they, especially if they know you're American, they know you might be kind of hesitant if they just explain everything that the meal is up front. You might be a little weary. So I ended up eating something called cuttlefish, but I thought it was mushrooms. If you look online how cuttlefish is prepared, like once they slice it up, it almost looks like portobello mushrooms. So I'm eating this, shit, and I'm like, I'm chewing on it. It was mixed in some vegetables or something too, I think. And I'm eating it. I thought it was chewy, like really chewy, overdone portobello mushrooms or something. I couldn't figure it out. And then later that day, I was like, oh yeah, that was pretty good stuff. And then I get told by the bishop that it was a cuttlefish, and I didn't know what that was. When I looked it up and I saw, just look up cuttlefish right now on Google. It is one of the ugliest little creatures in the sea. I still can't believe I ate that, but it was good. Like, I enjoyed it. Now, I don't think all the seafood made me fat. I'm blaming the beer and the feta cheese, but this is essentially why I'm not posting ab shots anymore. I mean, people keep asking me, where are the pictures of your abs? You haven't posted pictures of your abs in like over a month. Well, that's the cold hard truth of it. The God's honest truth is I'm fat. I'm on my way to obesity. I'm somewhere in between the typical American, the obesity of the typical American and being, I guess, somewhat fit and lean. I'm starting to kind of, the line is getting blurred. I'm somewhere in between. I don't even know where I stand anymore. I don't know if I identify as aesthetic or if I identify as obese. I might be like, trans obese. Right? Maybe I'm like a fit guy in reality, but maybe I have a psychological break or something and I just sort of identify as being obese. So I don't know if I'm being a little bit over dramatic here. Some people think I am. Some people say that I look great. I actually got a ton of compliments this weekend. People were saying I look super fit, but I just don't feel it. And trust me, if I showed you my abs, you would not think I look very fit either. So with that, that's the story about how I became obese in Greece, and that's also why I don't post ab shots.